Sorry guys, I meant to make this last Sunday, but to be honest, I was lazy. Well, and another excuse is that this room was occupied by my oldest brother and his wife. They were staying here for a while they went to a wedding, so yeah, and I really didn't want to have to set up everything in my room, clear off the desk, so yeah. But whatever. I'm finally making it now on Tuesday, and I'll also be making my Monday vlog today too, so yeah. And if you notice the camera view is a little different, that's because I couldn't find the clip to connect the camera to the tripod. So I took my GorillaPod and then just kind of put the legs on top of the tripod. So it may be a little more elevated than before, so yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is the new VCube 7 Illusion and Dazzler. So I will be saying some speculation, whether or not you should buy them, and what you could do with them after you buy them. So I've got these images shown up on the screen so that you can, look at them as I talk about them. Let's start with the Dazzler. How it was made. I'm sure the VCube company got together and they wanted to create plastic, or they wanted to create the sides with different colored plastics instead of stickers. And they found that with the edge pieces of a VCube 7, let me pull it out, that they could simply mold one half of the piece in one color and the other half of the piece in the other color and then glue both pieces together. But they ran into a problem with that with the corner pieces. As you can see, there are no little crack lines where they attach the pieces along the edges of them. You can look at that at your own cube. So they couldn't put three colors into that. It would probably turn out to be a brown color because the plastic would mix and such. So they decided, how about we just make all of the corners white? And then to help that along or something, they decided to make all the centers white. So, which I thought was pretty neat. And that does make it, you'd have to solve it like a VCube 6. You wouldn't know where each of the colors go. And if you don't already know the color scheme, then I suppose it could be hard because you couldn't have the corners to go off of. But, everyone that owns a VCube probably has enough experience with the cube already to have the color scheme memorized. Anyway, you might think that since the centers aren't there, that you would get the Void Cube parody. Is that true? No, you will not get the Void Cube parody. Remember that it doesn't matter where each of the corners are. So if the two edge pieces, let me go through the algorithm really quick. So if the two edge pieces are switched, then you can simply apply the T permutation. Oh, good, did I screw up? Oh, whatever. Then you can simply apply the T permutation to fix it, because it doesn't matter where the corners go. So, So yeah, you could get a case like this, but since these corners are white, it doesn't matter. So you can just apply the T permutation, and so you wouldn't even know if you would have the Void Cube parity error or not. So just to clarify about that. Now, do I think you should buy it? Well, if you are a collector and you have money to burn, it might be really cool to have a cube with different colored plastics instead of just having stickers on it. But, it's rather expensive, and, I mean, if you want the challenge of, or just how interesting it would be to solve a VCube 7 without the centers or corners, then really just take your VCube 7 or buy one, really, if you really want a separate one, and then peel off the stickers, and, and you would have it. So, and it might be interesting if you put tiles on it, like put yellow tiles on the black side, white tiles on the yellow side, red tiles on the orange side, and so on and so forth. I don't know. Just giving you some ideas if you end up buying it. Okay, now let's move on to the Illusion. Now this, there's two speculations on this that I think could be reasonable, but there are some other things that kind of contradict the statements. Everyone on the forums at Twisty Puzzles and Speed Solving is wondering how the thing can be scrambled. So, and there is kind of like an idea that the other three sides have inverted checker patterns. But here, look at this little video I took of Cube Explorer. And this is just on the 3x3, but it's the same thing, just on the 7x7. And watch what happens when I turn the U layer. So this does have 3 inverted checker patterns. Notice that this corner right here has 2 white sides and a black side, which I'm sure they couldn't do on the Dazzler. So that really wouldn't work either. I mean, they could have inverted checker patterns, but then the corners would have to all be white or black. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure how they would do that. So that kind of overrules that speculation. And another speculation, I'm not sure who came up with it, either 1 or 2 people, sorry if I don't remember the names, is that the cube comes scrambled. And it comes scrambled in the checker pattern. Hang on, let me undo this. So when cubers look at it, they may think, oh, it's in the checker pattern. That is so easy to solve. But then they pick up the cube and they try to undo the checker pattern, but nothing will happen because all the pieces that they would be all the same. So, and here, hang on, let me do something. Okay, I've interchanged the pieces with my black and pink cubes. So just ignore the stickers here and only concentrate on the pink and black pieces. So watch what happens. I mean, no matter what you do, how you mix it up, there will always be pink pieces in the middle and corner pieces on the edge. So, and that's the exact same concept with the illusion. So you would not be able to mix it up if all 6 sides are the same as what they show in the picture. So that might just be the illusion in it. Cubers may go to try to undo the checker pattern, but they can't do it. They can't solve it. But that contradicts something else. Let me get on my laptop here and quote something. So I contacted the VCube company asking them about the illusion, and they replied back. I said, do the other 3 sides of the VCube 7 illusion have inverted checker patterns? Otherwise, it doesn't appear that it can be scrambled. So can you tell me why it's so special then? And they replied back saying simply, that's the whole idea of the illusion name. It can be scrambled. And I'm like, okay, thanks for telling me that. Just how? So hopefully they'll reply back and tell me how it can be scrambled. So there just must be something different to those other 3 sides not shown in the picture. It's really weird. Now, if any of the speculations are true, do I recommend that you buy them? With the first one, maybe. It would probably be a good challenge to have the other 3 sides inverted checker patterns or to have something else on the other side. But really, I do not want to put my money towards it until I know exactly what can be done with the cube. For speculation number 2, definitely no. If you want to have, pieces, a checker pattern that can't be undone, do it on a 3x3 like I did here. Just peel off the stickers. So it's not worth spending all that money on. So, but other stuff that you could do with it, it might be fun to tile. I'll post the link in the description. Someone on one of the forum sites actually did that with a black VCube 7 and a white VCube 7. He put the pieces together and he stickered it. So it looks very interesting. It might be a fun challenge. As for me, I plan right now on not buying them. I'd rather put my money to different puzzles rather than to variations of a puzzle that I already have. And there's another thing about black V-cubes. Now, I had known this for a while now that black V-cubes would come out through various things, but the V-cubes finally sent out another newsletter. It's been a long time since they have. So, and they talked about the illusion and the Dazzler normally, and then they have something here. Return of the V-Cube Black Collection. Due to popular demand, the V-Cube Black Collection will be available for purchase again in early November 2009. Awesome. So, it's probably a smart move on the company to only offer the black V-Cubes at certain times. I'm sure they only wanted to release the white cubes so that everyone who wanted one would be forced to get it in white. And for the black cube fans, when they would come out with black cubes later, they might also have the incentive to get a black V-Cube collection. So, not me though. I do like black cubes, but not as much to get an entirely new set. I mean, just as I said, I don't want to get variations of puzzles that I already have unless they're cheap. I'd rather just get new puzzles. So, and now they're releasing them again, so people these past several months would have been forced to buy white cubes, and now they may be tempted to also get a black set too. So otherwise they may have just bought the black set and would have been happy with it. So yeah, it's kind of a smart move on their hand. Oh, and speaking about, V-Cubes, I finally decided to go ahead and relist this V-Cube 6 almost a week ago now. So, and right now, I really want to get rid of it. It's much better than this cube. A while ago, I said it was rather tight, a little uncomfortable for speed cubing, but it's really good now. I suppose it's been broken in, or maybe I was too strict back then, but I would almost be tempted to keep it, but still, I already have a V-Cube 6 here, so yeah, so I'm just gonna sell it, and I will, after all that's happened, I will be happy if I do get around like $65. Currently the bid is at $50, so yeah, and I'm sure it'll go up, during this weekend and such, and maybe, hopefully, at the last few minutes of the auction. And another thing, there have been some new puzzles that have come out on Cube4U. Now, the whole Cube4U company has created a new website where they changed the 4 to an FOR, so that's the new website. So it sounds like they won't be updating their old website anymore and then just putting the stuff on their new website. And so they've got some new puzzles there. Number 1, they've got a tower cube, which is a 2x2x3 cube. So, and the long-awaited Pyraminx crystal is finally back. I would really love to get one, but currently, I've got a loose screw in this, but currently, when a puzzle, basically is simple, I guess it's a little more complicated than a Megaminx, when it costs the same amount as a Gigaminx, you kind of get discouraged from buying it. So, I probably won't. I mean, the thing is $60! I'm like, come on! Yeah. And there was another thing there. Oh, they've got this new variation of a 4x4 where they've got these circles in it, and you can see in the image there. So, yeah, that's very interesting. I might want to get one, but currently, I've got I got a lot of puzzles now, and I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to spoil myself too much in getting too many cubes at once. So, like, this summer, I got a 3x3x5 extended. This Spectrum cube, which is okay. That doesn't really count. The Gigaminx. Oh, and my holy Megaminx came a little more than a week ago. Finally. Took 3.5 weeks. And I put CubeSmith stickers on it. So, and it also makes a great pen holder. Is there one in here? Oh, grr. No pen holder. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you can put it in there. So, and the CubeSmith stickers I ordered for it came the same day, so that was very convenient. I really didn't want to try out their big bulky tiles. And then I was also able to get the remaining tiles for my 3x3x5 extended cube. So, yeah, I just love shape-shifting puzzles, I just love the whole feel of them. So, yeah. And I would have preferred if CubeSmith had made these stickers bigger, because, like, the purple seems really dark with all the black around it. I mean, just compare it to, a regular 3x3 with tiles. I mean, there is a lot less. Well, actually, there may be the same. Yeah, there is the same amount of black that shows, but since these stickers are smaller, it seems like more black shows on this cube than on this one. So, yeah, I really wish they were bigger, but, I'm fine with it. So, the puzzle seems to be very good. It's smaller than my Chinese Megaminx, so I was kind of surprised by that. And so, it turns pretty good. And it's not that bad, actually. And it's nice that it has, like, a clicky feel. I wish the Void Cube would have that. So, and very easy to take apart. You can just pop out a corner piece, and there it is. It's like this whole ball mechanism. I'll make a full review on it eventually. sticker. So, pop out the edge. So there's a little ball bearing in there, and it snaps into a little hole. I don't know if you can see that. Pull out the screen. There's a hole right in there, and so it snaps in there. So, yeah, very fun puzzle. It's nice to finally have it. I suppose since I ordered about 5 days late because I was all confused about the pre-ordering thing. And that may have been the problem. Someone ordered them the same way I did the day they came out. And where'd that other piece go? Grr. The day they came out, and he got it at around... he got it exactly 2 weeks before I did. So they must have been swamped. So, yeah. And surprisingly, there is no parody on here like you get on the Void Cube. So, that's actually kind of nice. And it's just like the Gigaminx. This doesn't have the 5x5 parody either. You know, I don't know. I haven't gone through a whole geometric proof as to why, but... So, yeah, that would be interesting, going through a whole proof as to why parody happens. And so, although I have seen some people do get a parody error because they, like, paired up an orange light yellow with an orange darker yellow. So, yeah, I can't wait until CubeSmith comes out with their stickers. And they've announced on their website in the sticker section that the Gigaminx stickers will be coming soon. So, that's exciting. So, as I was saying, I probably didn't want to order any new puzzles, you know, especially since, you know, new ones came out until around Christmas, because I don't want to spoil myself with too many. You know, I like to get the full extent out of puzzles first, and it also tests my patience on how much I'm willing to get a puzzle. So if I really want to get a puzzle for like several weeks, then that gives me a good indication that I will want it. That I'll have a better time with it. So anyway, this summer I got my Holy Megaminx 3x3x5 Extended, Gigaminx, and I thought there was one more. Oh, and the Quad Cube. So, although I thought there was one more. Oh, duh, the Golden Cube. So that's like 5 new puzzles this summer. That's a lot. So I'll probably wait around Christmas time to get more puzzles and such. Okay, I believe that is everything I wanted to talk about in this status update. So hopefully next weekend, I don't plan on making any challenges today, challenge responses. And I'm still working on... Actually, yeah, I did find something more to talk about. I'm still working on my channel with it. I've got over half of the videos renamed and such. So, and I've set up a playlist both on my regular channel and on that channel, so you can just watch them all the way through. Just start with the first one, and they'll play automatically. So, yeah. Okay, that's everything. Bye.